Hey, what is going on, everybody? I'm wondering how on earth we got to the end of June already. Holy crap. Where's the time go, man? It is a little bit crazy, but I'm glad we're hanging out, doing another Saturday, our Saturday draw stream, draw cast. And here we are. Hope everybody's doing all right. Let me see. Let me turn down this music just a little bit. Actually, no, let me change it up. Yeah, I don't know, man. Is that I don't know if that's too chill. I don't want to fall asleep while I'm while I'm drawing. Oh man. Chet, what's up, dude? Chet says already sold. Ends live. Click the end. I'll roll credits. We'll take the rest of the evening off. I'm gonna go watch a movie. I'll see you guys later. Kevin, what's up, dude? Kevin says mine, mine, mine. Let me guess, yours? Yes, yes, yes. So, yeah, I mean, just to kind of catch up, little quick update on things. Is Club Corrupt, our second solo Kickstarter that we did here at the Mouse House. We're finally fulfilling, and I wish I could open up the book. And actually, there you go. I can show you some toes. So you can see I can't. They censor me. They censor me on YouTube. We can only show but so much stuff. So Club Corrupt, of course, is our adult only playground of artwork, and we also have a Patreon page that is at Club Corrupt, one word, just like that. But yeah, I just wanted you to see that we actually have the book back from the printer. I can show you the back because it's just a brick wall. Okay, with the logo. So yeah, I'm super stoked that we're starting. This is what the first half of July we're going to be spending some time doing that. We're going to be fulfilling the Club Corrupt book. The first ones we'll fulfill, obviously, will be the ones that don't have extra sketches and extra goodies and stuff like that. So that way we can just make the packages, put in the books, and those awesome people will receive their books first. And I'll update I'll update the Kickstarter page with a quick little update, letting people know when we actually start mailing those out. So yeah, it's like look at that. Like we're slowly building up our collection of titles. So this is good. This is good. Tonight we're spending an evening with ENX. Spending an evening with Evil Nira, and I'm excited about that. I'm actually hopefully everything runs smoothly. I just updated my rig. Our producer has been kind enough to update and upgrade some of the stuff, but it's I've which we can't run the studio without you, dude. So thank you so much, man. But I did upload and install all these programs fresh, so I think everything seems to be working just fine. So everything is looking good to me. So that's good. That's good. Kevin says I'd buy that for $1. Mercy's toes there. That was Mercy's toes from the book. Yeah, you're right. That's the page I opened it up to. So, anyways, I'm going to start drawing. I'm not going to throw this up for auction until a little bit later in our draw stream. So we're going to see how this goes. Let me see how far I could lean my head in before the camera catches me. I kind of rearrange my table a little bit too. Let's see how the space works out. I could bring this a little bit closer so that way you kind of see what I'm doing. Yeah, I kind of sketched it out in the blue line ahead of time. I was trying to get some ideas going. I wanted to do something that was especially for tonight for our live stream. Yeah, I'm starting to get psyched up now because Next month, dude. Next month. Next month is like, is it tomorrow? I gotta break out my calendar. When is next month? Is next month tomorrow? Here, let me unlock my my calendar over here. Holy crap! No, next month isn't tomorrow. Good, good, good. Next month is Monday. But still, next month is like crap, like hours away, literally. Um, and next month is going to be busy. We have Zen Intergalactic Ninja. We have Zen Bounty Wars that we're working on, and we have Comic Con. We have San Diego Comic Con at our doorstep, just about. So I'm super, super excited about that, man. It's my pilgrimage right there, going to San Diego every year. And I'll get to see a lot of people while I'm there. People I only get to see like once a year, really. So I'm excited about that. That's gonna be really awesome. Take lots of video, take lots of pictures, meet lots of other artists, talk with publishers, all that good stuff. It's a good. That's the perfect place for us to all meet up. Here we go. I had to stop talking for a second because I was making sure I kept that line straight. Here we go. These little details in the face are like the most, I don't want to say most stressful, but they're the most important. So if something doesn't work out right with the face, it's like you can't really do the rest of the picture, you know? Yeah, perfect for the foot fetish. Indeed. Kevin says, no, auction now before the crowd shuffles in. SDA in the house. What's up? I'm glad you're hanging out with us, man. You know what? I'm not sure if are you still in San Diego? Like I don't know if I've asked you that before. I mean, it has been a long time, so I'm wondering who I'm going to get to see while we're at the Comic Con this year. There we go. Just gotta make sure I get some of these lines right. Like I said, these are the ones that are like, I don't know if they're off even by a little bit or whatever. It's like it just you can tell. So always have to be. This is the part of the drawing that I kind of go the slowest in. I want to make sure that there's like an expression, but also I have to make sure her eyes are looking in the same direction. Make sure I don't screw up like which way her nose is pointing. You know, it's like gotta get the face. Gotta get the face and the eyes. We can always fine tune things later, but the rest of the drawing just the face sets the whole tone, man. Which of course you all know these things. I'm talking my way through the process as I'm drawing. You said ENX straight? No, she's bent all out of shape. Christopher, what's up, man? I'm glad you're hanging out with us. Thanks for coming out, man. I'm glad to see people slowly coming into the room. That's awesome. Kevin says, "You'll see me. That's for sure." Oh, Kevin, dude, we're gonna have a Kevin event at the table. Actually, I think we're gonna have a Kevin event at the Committed booth and also at the First Comics booth, because we're going to be taking Kevin some of his artwork. So we're going to take lots of pictures and we're going to have lots of fun doing that. That's going to be awesome. Cool. All right, so far so good. Kevin says witches have pointy noses angled down. No, we're not drawing that kind of witch. I'm gonna draw the witch from Bugs Bunny. I forgot what her name was. See, I got quiet again. I gotta make sure the lips are just right. Just enough of a little expression. Kevin says, will I get an original The Last Wishing Star art? That's, that would be cool. I really want to see where that project is going. We're gonna have to talk to her about that and see what the next step is. I did the character design and we did like a short little treatment thing, and so from there I'm not really sure what's happening. So we're gonna have to corner her and find out what's going on. SDA says, "Oh, you just saw the comment, and I'm not in San Diego anymore." Ah, boo! But yeah, I'm not in San Diego anymore either, so I can't give you a hard time about that. As long as we're all still connected, that's all good. That's all good. Kevin says, "Witch Hazel." Yes, thank you. That was going to bother me until I remembered or had somebody tell me. So thanks. Her lips do need to be plump. Boo. Yeah, I miss San Diego, bro. I miss San Diego. But that's another good thing that's going to happen during the trip. We get to see our family that's down there. Kat gets to see grandma and grandpa. We get to see all of our friends and uncles and aunts and cousins, and so it's good. And I get rolled tacos. Like, bro, I haven't found a place here where I live in sunny, humid, predator heat weather Virginia Beach. I haven't found a place here that makes rolled tacos like they do out by the roller coaster in San Diego. And I always get mixed up. It's like I'm not sure if the roller coaster is in PB or if it's up Pacific Beach or if it's in Mission. Pretty sure it's Pacific Beach. I know how to drive there. I know how to get there. That's the important part. I have always gotten those two locations mixed up as far as what to call them. But that's cool. I know where it's at. I know where they is. I can find my roll tacos. Thank you, Mission Beach. I have confirmation. I keep on calling it. I think it's the one that's next to the roller coaster. I don't know. It's not a Roberto's, is it? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's not in PB. It's Mission Beach. Mission. Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, I get my roll tacos over there, and I always get Coke in a glass bottle. For some reason, that's nostalgia to me right there. Let's see, what else am I going to do while I'm in San Diego? This is really more about visiting friends and family this year. So as far as going to places, I think the place we'll probably be at the most will will be like Balboa Park because Kat really likes the museums and the koi fish, and it's just a cool place to hang out. A little bit of that Witchblade action. Always like the claws. That's always the coolest to draw. I like. It's true. They always look like grabby hands. Oh my gosh, that's so true. I feel as though it was on purpose. Nice. I feel like I'm being a lot quieter than normal tonight. I don't know if I'm just concentrating on these lines more than usual. I don't. I'm not tired. I'm actually very excited about everything that's on the way. Very very on point. Just feels like a chill evening, you know. You have days like that where you just kind of chilling out. Let me squeeze some more ink into this pen brush here. Not too much. You'll end up having a crazy ink accident. There we go. Squeeze just enough ink into the brush. You get these really smooth lines. Really like it. Yeah, I think Evil Nira kind of fits in with this Witchblade theme kind of nice. Kevin was telling me earlier. You tell him, Kevin. Kevin was telling me earlier that it's like I should have titled it "The Witch Babe" because that's actually what it should have been called. That's actually what the video should have been called tonight. Because she is a babe. Let me see which way this is going to go here. I always have to plan my lines a little bit ahead of time, especially with the brush pen, because the ink takes just a second to dry. It still dries pretty fast, but I can't have my hand accidentally smear the ink over everything. So that's why I'm kind of spinning the paper around, so that way it's just like, okay, I'm going to give time for this line to dry while I'm drawing this line. I'm just like juggling left and right. Kevin says, I'm surprised she doesn't have to stop and take a breather now and then. She does, man. She does. Of course, the Witchblade would say, you want me to stop? okay, and it stops covering her up, whereas she has to hold it in place. Such is the drawback of a sentient outfit. Oh, thanks, Kevin. I definitely, try to make sure that they're all super cool. Make them as cool as I can. Especially Evil Nira. Evil Nira's got a reputation, man. She's got to be cool, man. She's got to be dope. Doing the thicker lines for the holding lines around the edges of the figure, that I really like that. That's always cool to me. There you go. Making sure that part's dry. You know, some of these holding lines, I have to keep them so steady, and I'm afraid that my hand is going to shake or something and kind of mess it up. So I think that's another reason why I'm being a little quiet. I think that's what's going on. That's what's going on. It's kind of weird because the simpler a shape is, like the easier it is to mess it up. So I think that's why I'm kind of taking my time around some of these curves before then I could jump into the detail, and the detail's a lot more haphazard fun than trying super hard to be accurate to your pencils, you know? I'm giving an inking TED Talk. I'll do the little details with the other pen. So I have a little bit more control for smaller stuff. Let me do a little bit more holding line, and then we'll jump into some details. That'll be fun. The claw. I do appreciate that, Kevin. Yeah, you actually have no idea how much I appreciate when people are patient while I'm drawing. You know, because sometimes a drawing can go by fairly quickly, and sometimes it takes longer. But I do appreciate that sentiment, that attitude, because when I used to work at, and this is like one of my first jobs as being an artist, starting this career. I used to work at SeaWorld in San Diego. Speaking of San Diego, and drawing the caricatures at SeaWorld was stressful in the sense that it needed to be done fast, you know? And it wasn't so much that people were getting bored, watching it or something like that. It was the idea that everybody had somewhere to go already. So it needed to be done like super fast because everybody was headed towards another show or another event. So I think I got that kind of like hardwired in me that if people are watching me draw, that for some reason it needs to be fast, or or there's a problem. And I forget because I like watching other artists work also, and sometimes it takes a minute, and I like that when other people are drawing. So, but sometimes I forget for myself. So it's nice to be reminded that that's okay. Kevin says, TED Talk, the foul mouthed bear. I don't think we need him talking here unless Seth MacFarlane joined in. Well, then he could say whatever he wanted, right? Yeah, Seth could say whatever he wanted. He's Dr. Claw. Platinum, what's up, dude? Platinum says, please say this piece will go on Club Corrupt. Please, please, please. Yes, this piece will be going on the Club Corrupt. It'll be going in the book eventually, hopefully, sometime soon when I start planning out the next issue. And it will be going into the Patreon page. I'll take some extra time and give her some color. Platinum says, I got bills. Kevin says it's sold. Yes. Oh, yes, it's sold. You guys are awesome. In fact, once we get to the once I get to this little detail part, because it'll be once we get into that 40-minute mark, it's about 34 minutes we've been drawing so far. So I will I'll put the auction thing up as we're working on it, and then just try and keep an eye on it. But yeah, Platinum, somebody's got their eye on it, I think. So we'll see how this evening goes. It's all about hanging out and having fun with you guys. So the fact that we're collecting and building together is that's huge. That's a big deal to me. You guys make everything possible. And that's actually no lie. We're all playing very, very important roles in this venture. I'll tighten that up in a moment. This was one of the coolest like design aspects of Witchblade that I always liked was these extensions that always come off her back. I always liked those a lot. Something about it was always cool to me. And now they belong to evil Nira. Let's see. We'll jump into some detailed stuff now for a little while. Kevin says, so what did you think of Mystique? That was such a favorite piece, dude. So good. I'm glad you liked it, man. That's awesome. Found a little tiny alien too. Yeah. I made him the same color as all the stuff around it, so I wasn't sure if you were going to catch it. I know. He got me started. It's become a thing. It's become a thing. Chet says we're getting a chibi Thalia. Yes, she's next in line, man. She's got to be. She's tight enough as it is. You know what? What if Thalia? There might be a little tiny Thalia in this piece. That might actually have to happen. That'll be cool to share. It's the little things that count. Yes. Chibi Mercy as Laura Croft. You know what? Doing a Laura Croft, style piece. You got my brain already rolling on what that might look like. That's cool. I love Laura Croft. That could be a thing. We're building our traditions. Let me get the other grabby hand. Gotta get those grabby hands in there. It's not Witchblade without the grabby hands. Let's see. Well, at least Kevin says, well, at least I got one Tomb Raider Witchblade crossover and a wet one too. Yes. Platinum says, when is the little the little NX and Friends coming out? Kevin says, I will loan my grabby hands if she will allow it. Ken, what's up, dude? Evening, Ken. Evening, gentlemen. Kevin says, I swear that that one hand doesn't look like it could possibly cover up her nipple entirely. Yeah, the color version might might expose a little bit more than what the just the black and white ink exposes. Who knows? Who knows? We shall see. Kevin is welcoming Ken. You came, you saw, you have a party to go back to. Hey man, we appreciate all the times you play hooky from all those parties. To hang out with the crew, man. That's the thing I like about the glove. It's like there's so much little detail, little things, and like it's so like because it's organic, it's so fun to draw, dude. Yes, yes. Chet is confirming. Yep, this is the ENX Witchblade. The breast of the bad girls. No. We won't mention anything. No. Mum's the word. Mum's the word. Organic things tend to take on interesting shapes. This is true. It's the witch babe. Just letting you know. Says Bill has to watch out for those parody laws. Ken says Witchblade always had a very good costume placing, or very bad costume placing, depending on your point of view. I completely agree. Sometimes she is the best of times and the worst of times. And her cyber skin belt is going to be all witch bladed out over here too. So gotta add in some details there to kind of drive that point home. changing the radio station a little bit. I still got to look for more licensed music that I can use. I haven't had time to sit down at the keyboard and just come up with some generic background stuff. Every time I use some of the generic stuff that I find online, though, it's either Facebook flags me for it, or for some reason YouTube will flag me for it. They find something similar, even though it's supposed to be license-free stuff. I mean, it's what it's supposed to be used for. There we go. Got some little shapes in there. Kevin says, I say it's very good, except for the way that one bit of costume tends to rub. We need a Witchblade Stellar Babe crossover. That could be a thing. It'd be kind of cool to mix all that together. Like yesterday. Exactly. That might be a thing too. That'd be perfect for Club Corrupt. That's a cutting response. It gets right to the core of things. That's a little Witchblade details, kind of mixing in Witchblade details and Cyberskin details. It's fun. I like it a lot. Building it up, building it up. what I'll do is when I finish the piece, if for some reason if I don't have all the inks finished before we actually end the show tonight, I'm pretty sure I'll have them finished. But just in case they're not, either way, I'll post this on the Patreon page, and I'll make it a public posting so that way everybody can see the finished ink. I think that would be cool. And then I'll do something special for the members and post a high-res color file later on. So that way you get you get to see the whole thing finished, and then the members can get to see something that's exclusive just for them. Put some little details over here. Kevin, so if Bill turns her sideways, will it look like porn? That is the tradition. Let's see what you guys think, because so far what everybody keeps saying is anything I draw, if I turn it on its side, it turns into porn. I don't know. It's pretty close. Platinum says Witchblade could be the Alpha Natiba and Stellar Babe. Natiba? Am I saying that right? Alpha Natiba? Am I not knowing what you're typing? And Stellar Babe has to take her out and save the Earth. Chet is assuming that, yes, we will have a 2-hour show. So chances are this will be close to a 2-hour show. So that way we can get through all the inks. We're not going to try and rush through it. So, and then what I'll do is I'll start the little ticker for the auction thing, and we'll just leave it up while we're finishing the piece. That way people can bid at their leisure. Like take her on a date. Christopher says, looking awesome, Bill. I don't know nothing about Witchblade. Hey, you know what? The only thing you really need to know about Witchblade is that she has this she has this cool looking organic looking demon suit that barely covers her. She's always very fan servicey and very cool looking. So that's who Witchblade is. She's a character from Image Comics and Top Cow, Mark Silvestri's character. So that's who Witchblade is. So we're just mixing Witchblade up with our very own evil Nira character. Nice little mix for the evening. Here you go. Let's put up the I'll put up the little thing for the auction thing, just so people coming in know that that's what we're doing tonight. And if you do bid for something, the only rule obviously is if you put up a number, just type the word bid next to it, so that way I'll write it down real quick, so that way I don't have to scroll all the way back up to see who is bidding, and that just keeps everything. It helps keep me straight. I'll get you guys to help me out too. Just keep an eye on the chat. Make sure I don't lose track of anybody that might want to bid on it. If somebody's watching on one of my Facebook pages, it's better if you're actually watching the video on our YouTube channel, because there is a delay, and sometimes for some reason, every once in a while, if you're watching directly from the Facebook channel, it's sometimes your comment doesn't pop up in my chat feed. But it's synced up to my YouTube feed. Apparently it's just fine. So if you want to watch directly from our YouTube channel, that's just the best way to go. Ken says, if you need inspiration for your next live stream, let's see, you had the Slave Leia and Deja follow-up we talked about. You know what? That's true. And we have the big piece too. And I kept on making more time for the big piece, because there's a lot happening in that one, and now like finishing the book and getting ready for Comic-Con, it's like we need some simpler pieces. So that might be a really, really good idea. I think I like that idea. That could be super cool. So we shall definitely consider that. See, Platinum says, sure she needs drinks before scissoring. At least a few drinks. Come on, you're not just gonna. Kevin says if he draws it, Ken, she's coming home to me. Ken says if you turn it so she's on her knees, it's porn. Oh, this is there you go. Done. It's porn. Kevin's in the room for $1. Kevin's getting the show started. Thanks, Kevin. You're awesome, dude. Ken says, "Nah, that's a commission of mine." Yeah, that's true. That's true. That is a piece that he already owns. Christopher says, "Hope you do a Dark Hawk artwork someday." Dark Hawk. You know what? I keep on mentioning it because I have to do a new requests post on our Patreon page. It's not going to be for July, but we're definitely going to do a brand new one for August. I know that July is already going to be filled up because of the San Diego trip and all that good stuff. So definitely keep it in mind so that way you can remind me, because we might actually do it as one of our request pieces on the Patreon page. And what I do is when I do one of those request posts, which I plan on doing in August as soon as the new month rolls in, we get home from San Diego. What I try to do is I try to get to as many requests as I can, whether it's a sketch, a finished piece, a color piece. I do whatever I can to kind of take care of all the requests that come in from the group. And then I post the high res images for everybody to download on the Patreon page. Ken says, I'm on YouTube feed and sometimes my comments go missing. I don't know why that happens. Like the feed that I have on StreamYard, it's hooked directly into into YouTube. So I understand why sometimes, like on the other channels, like when I also, because I simulcast to Facebook at the same time, and sometimes I was simulcast also to Twitter, and sometimes those get lost. But the ones that go to YouTube, they shouldn't get lost. I should see them. But sometimes it does happen. So yeah, keep your eyes open. Thanks, dude. Kevin says, until I throw more money at Bill, Ken evilly steeples my fingers. Oh man. Kevin says, Ken, put your comments on live chat, not top chat. Oh, that's a thing too. Yeah, for sure. That could be a thing. Some person, what's up? I'm glad you're hanging out with us. Hello, my friend. Glad you're in the room hanging out with us while we're drawing. We're going to be here for another hour while we're finishing the inks on Evil Nira, as we slowly get her all finished up while we're doing some bidding. Platinum says, hiya, some person. Kevin says, how odd. Yes, for the comments to disappear, I think that's really odd. We really shouldn't do it there. Kevin is whispering conspiratorially, YouTube doesn't like Ken. Some person says, you know what the drawing can use? A third breast. Add a little Mars. Add a little Mars to your day. Exactly. So we add a little bit of this. That's the thing about the Witchblade outfit. It's like it is all these little spaces for details. Yeah. Always makes it look cool. Kevin says, "Boob for each of our hands, and one for the Witchblade, the one for the Witchblade to play with." The third for your for your face to rest on. You know what? I think that's nice, and I also think that's practical. I like the thought process behind that. I saw something recently. Now I haven't picked up a copy of Witchblade in some time, but I saw a preview of her with some kind of new outfit. It looked like it was all. It looked like a formal outfit, because there was like lots of like lighter colors. It looked like it was covering more of her body. Not sure I approve of that, but I'm just saying, it's like, I remember seeing something about Witchblade having a new costume here at some point. So we will continue celebrating her old classic costume. That's true. Yeah, there's not going to be any rest for the weary. Not until I get back from San Diego. It's going to be a very, very busy month. Too much thinking going on, I think. Some person says you can pretend you're on a motorcycle, squeezing the handles while motorboating for the noise. I love it. I'm just spitballing ideas here, but I'm just saying. I know it seems to hold water. It seems like that would work. Let's see, anything is better than the outfit that was used for the TV show. Oh my gosh, yeah, the TV show was not what we wanted. It's kind of weird too, because the actress that was playing Sarah Pizzini for the TV show, I was like, I was pretty happy that they picked her, at least at the time. I forgot what year that actually came out, but I remember thinking, it's like, oh, cool, this is going to be pretty sweet to see her in the Witchblade outfit. And lo and behold, the Witchblade outfit was not the Witchblade outfit at all. It was like I don't know, man. It was like they borrowed it from a King Arthur movie or something. I don't know why they had to. Well, you know, TV. Everybody has to change something so they put their mark on it or make it different. Or maybe it was. Was it like on TNT? Let me see. Let me read your thing. Yeah, it was on TNT. Maybe it was too scandalous for TNT, even though TNT was kind of known for doing things that was more than, you know, like normal TV shows. You know, you would think if anybody was going to get away with it, like TNT would probably be able to get away with it. Alas, we were disappointed. Let me see. Let me do a little bit of brush work in her hair. Yeah, I want to say that's her name. Yeah, Yancy Butler. Mm-hmm. She was in a couple of 80s-ish, early 90s-ish movies and stuff. She was kind of an it girl back then. She was like, I don't remember exactly what else she was in. She was in lots of things though. I remember being pretty happy that they cast her. Especially with the track record of just how bad they had been casting and producing superhero stuff up until, you know, I still have memories of like when they tried to reboot The Greatest American Hero, and they tried to make it that one chick, and I was on board for a female, like a hot chick, Greatest American Hero. Hell yeah! It's like, but the way the show was, I mean, it was kind of cringe. Kind of cheesy. Not that the original one wasn't cheesy. I'm just saying, you know, if you're going to do a reboot and you say it's going to be better, then it's got to be better. Almost time for me to change this music. That's what time I think it is. As soon as I do this little part over here. Make sure I'm not getting any ink on me. All right, let me switch pens a little bit. Yes, before you get the song stuck in my head again. That's one of those songs, dude. It's like that was like one of my childhood shows right there. I watched Greatest American Hero and it's not like it was on for like a ton of seasons, but you know, I watched it an awful lot. But that was like part of my lineup with you know, like Knight Rider and A-Team. You know, that whole 8 o'clock lineup of action shows, you know. I think they even had Battlestar Galactica on for a while, like in the actual 8 o'clock time slot. So that was kind of like part of my lineup for a while. Like the original Battlestar Galactica, like the one from Lauren Green and all those Alpo commercials. Some person says, what about Nira as old sitcom characters? Damn, that would be a lot of fun. That would actually be a lot of fun. That's a good idea. I'm gonna put that not on the back burner, but I'm gonna put it on like the next up burner. Because that would be really fun to do. I would definitely dress her up as Gilligan. That would be hilarious, but it would be sexy. You know, it would be sexy in a weird way. Yeah, I would totally do that. Bewitched, as Genie. Oh wait, yep. I was looking ahead to Kevin's already. Yep, as Genie. Yep, for sure. Not Mr. Red. It's Bonanza in space. That's what it was too. Oh my gosh, that's funny. I'm glad I didn't think of it like that back when I was actually watching it when I was younger. Yeah, that would have ruined the show for me right there. I'm glad Bonanza wasn't one of my shows. I mean, I'm very aware of Bonanza, but it wasn't like a show that I watched. So thankfully, I did not think of Battlestar Galactica as Bonanza in space. Because that would have been awful. Let's see. Some person says lots of different Niras here. Did all this come from an alternate universe story or something? Yeah, that's kind of at the core of all Nira stuff. Is that she has been all over the place. Every time we thought of something new, she was going somewhere different. As a joke, I drew a picture of like a little chart of her timelines that she's from, and it looks like spaghetti, dude. Like she does. I don't take her time traveling or her story. Um, as far as like I don't take it very seriously. It's just meant to be in good fun. Good action adventure, but at the same time, like once you start thinking about the time traveling and just how convoluted it's gotten, it's yeah, I keep it in the fun category. Ken says, "Oh, a Cyber Angel Three's Company thing. Oh my God, that would be awesome. That would actually be super. Hey, Ken, write that down for later. Please remind me about that one later because that we're freaking doing that. I don't know who's going to be Mr. Roper, but yeah, have the Three's Company thing with the apartment and the whole bit, dude. Chuck Smash, what's up? Glad you're hanging out with us, man. Let's see. Speaking of Alpo, do you remember those cool Chuck Wagon commercials? Hell yeah, I do. Yeah, of course. That dog chasing the Chuck Wagon through the kitchen. That's what my little Datsun does now. Well, he chases. I got the like those big kickballs that you get from Walmart or whatever for little kids. So it's way too big for him, but he pushes it and he tries to catch it and he can't because it's so big. But he loves to chase the thing. He will chase it all day if I let him. So I actually have to take it away from him because he'll just chase it until he has a heart attack. So loves that thing. But yeah, the Chuck Wagon, man. How can you not know about the Chuck Wagon? Christopher's in the room for $10, raising the stakes on Kevin. All right, Christopher, I got you written down for $10. Thanks, man. Kevin says, well, Star Trek was Wagon Train in space. Some person says, what about Nira, but she's extra Nira? She's triple Nira. We could do that. Ken is in the room for 40, but can we get a nip slip? We can after the show because there's enough room for it for sure. I was actually going to try and I was going to include it with the coloring in the coloring stage. Um, but whoever wins the bid tonight, I will put in a nip slip right here afterwards because the YouTube is going to censor me, so I can't put it under. But yeah. It's like so I'm going to write you down for 40. You're in the room now for 40. Awesome, awesome. Oh, let me grab a little pencil here. So I got you in for 40. And like I said, whoever wins the piece, if they want, and I'm probably going to draw it in there anyway. But if anybody wants to make sure that I put the nip slip on the piece, on the actual black and white piece, just let me know. I already know that if Ken wins it, it's going to be on there. And honestly, it might go under anyway. It might go under regardless. I always like doing stuff like that. All right, let me let that little piece dry. But I'm going to leave, as far as putting the nip slip in the black and white artwork, whoever wins the piece, whoever wins the bid for the piece at the end, because you could let me know that you don't want it there also. It's like it's not like it has to be there. So it's something that I can include digitally for our club and for downloading later on. So it's not something that has to be on the black and white artwork. It'll just be there if you want it there. That's the fun of us doing these pieces together live, is that you can tell me, like in the moment. So I'll just write a little note and we'll go from there. Let's see. Ken says, "Yeah, your timeline drawing went very wonky around the Avatar time frame." Yes, it did. It's super wonky. Kevin says, "So, Ken, the Ropers and Mr. Farley for the Three's Company thing. Scribe is Mr. Roper. Oh my god, he can nail the look into the camera thing." Yeah, Scribe is the one character that will definitely be breaking the fourth wall. Triple Nira, triple X. That's definitely a Club Corrupt production right there. But definitely, yeah, let's put that on the list. Ken says, "There you go. That's what I'm talking about." Chet says, "No nip slip." So if for some reason, Chet, if you win the piece is going to stay just like this. So I'm gonna keep that in mind. So like I said, I'm gonna keep it just like this until we know who wins the piece at the end, and then that person will be able to tell me for sure. So I know for Chet, it's not going to be a nip slip. If it's Ken, there will be. Ken says, "Boo." No. But it all depends on like where you want to display it. What kind of collection you have. It's like it's all good both ways. All good both ways. Denied. Chet says, "We already know. We already know what's up. We know what the deal is." All right, add some more shadow to this here rock. These rocks here need some shadows. Yeah, this will be fun when I put it in here for coloring. That's gonna be awesome. Yeah, I'm sure this piece. I'll save it also because I like the way it's coming out. Like just the whole tone of it, and everything. So I'm sure it's going to end up in one of our issues of Club Corrupt, and it'll definitely be on the Club Corrupt Patreon page. So if you guys want to go check out, I'll upload like a high res version of it. That's if it's just the black and white artwork. What I'm planning on doing is I'll upload a high res that everybody can download. So you guys know, from here, from watching on the show, that's going to be there. And then when I upload the color version, that one's going to be exclusively for people that are actual members of the club. But the black and white line art, I'll go ahead and make a public post, so that way you guys can look at it and download it if you wish. Sweet. Making progress. Yeah. Make sure I squeeze a little bit more ink into this here brush. I love to ink with a regular brush, an actual sable brush, dipping it into real ink. But having these pen brushes are so convenient, and it just makes the drawing process a lot smoother. You know what I'm saying? There's still plenty of times where I'll use a regular brush, but I really do prefer these pen brushes a lot. These are really cool. And they dry really fast too. That's another thing that I really like about them. That way you can keep on building up your shapes. Make sure that's dry. Yep. I say it dries really fast, and I go over here and end up smearing something. So I'm just like, oh no. But everything's good. Everything's fine. I'm looking forward to taking some video from San Diego. I'm going to show you guys next month when we go to the show. Can't wait to take a lot of video and put some stuff together, show you some of the shenanigans that'll be happening at the show. That'll be awesome. I'll give you a quick little peek. Some little. There we go. Little top to bottom. Still got to do some toes. Still got to do some little rocks down here. That's another thing I really like too. To get this little dry brush effect. So nice. There we go. Put a little shadow here. All right, give this brush a little bit of a break. Make sure those bristles stay wet. Let me see here. Ken is asking, did you ever watch the Witchblade anime? Also disappointing. And you know what? I approached that differently. If I was expecting like actual Top Cow Image Comics Witchblade, then I would have been disappointed. But I already knew. I knew for a fact that's not what they were going to give me. So I went into it just thinking, okay, this is just a cool anime, and I'm just gonna watch it with that in mind. And it was okay. It was okay. I liked the manga better. I like just having I like the artwork and I like the design work and stuff, and all of like the cool poses that she gets in and all that. So I'll say that I like the manga better. It was definitely not going to be like the Witchblade that I would want to have, because I would want to have the Witchblade, like I want to have Mark Silvestri's Witchblade. You know, it's like not another different version of the Witchblade. But you know what? I get that same problem with Shiro's stuff, Shiro's artwork for Ghost in a Shell and for Appleseed. Like I always get disappointed, even if it's really cool artwork. I still feel disappointed because what I'm looking for is for them to actually adapt Shiro's actual style and his artwork into the show, and they always give me something different. And I don't understand why they can't, give us the actual thing first. It's like, then maybe do something different later. But that's just me. I mean, that's just me being, people just want what they want. So I agree with you. It's like it was disappointing in that sense that it wasn't what I wanted. It wasn't what I wanted. I ordered a Witchblade extra large with fries. They gave me a milkshake with cheese curds. It's not what I wanted. So, yeah. But I did go into it with a different attitude. So I wasn't as, I don't think I was as disappointed. And then with Appleseed and Ghost in a Shell, it seems like they're always trying to do a new production of something with somebody else. So I always have high hopes that one day they'll actually produce one that's closer to what I expect it to be. But until then, it's like it's all up to them. What do you do? What do you do? I see. Kevin says the foreign version I heard was far better, less edited. Ah, I might have to check that one out. I'm not sure which version of it I saw. I know that it was anime, but I don't know which version I saw though. I can't. It's been so long that I don't remember if I watched the dubbed version or if I saw something that was actually like So I'm not really sure which version of it I saw. I'm gonna have to check it out again. Christopher, what's up, man? I'm glad you're hanging out with us. We're drawing Evil Nira Witchblade tonight. So we've got, this is what we do every Saturday. I draw a piece of artwork. We get to hang out. We talk about movies, talk about comics, talk about whatever. And while I'm drawing the piece, we're auctioning it, doing a little auction. So right now, Ken's in the room for $40. So we're slowly building up. And then as soon as the inks are done, we'll do a little, like a couple minutes, make sure if anybody wants to bid on it has a chance to. And then from there, we'll do a little 10-second countdown. And that's basically our 2-hour show. We get to chat and ink and draw some pictures. So I'm glad you're with us, man. You know what? I said that more for other people's benefit than for yours, because I think you already know all of this, obviously. But there's other people that tune into the show later, or maybe they don't even watch it live. They see it later on. And I go through the little spiel again for their benefit. So that way it's like, oh, this is what that guy does. Okay. So thanks, Christopher, for giving me the reason to go through my little 2-second spiel to let people know that don't know what we do for our Saturdays. Hey, Chet says, what manga Witchblade? Well, it's a manga that's a direct adaptation of the anime. So it's not like there's a different manga Witchblade, like a different style or a different. I just know I saw it at a bookstore one time, and I picked it up because like the artwork looks cool and it's she's like she's drawn all sexy and stuff. So I picked it up because it's Witchblade and I wanted to see if it was good. It's like not an omnibus, but it's a big thick book, and it's just it's a translation exactly of the of the anime. So it's that's what that manga Witchblade is. Yeah. And it's a full color book too. You could tell they still have all the screen tones. You could tell that they published it in black and white first, and then they went ahead and redid it and did it all in color. So the one that I picked up is in color. Kevin says, "Hey, Bill is drawing feet. I am drawing feet. Look, I'm drawing feet and toes. I tell you, man, I'm getting brave. I'm getting brave. I'm not just drawing them." Well, the other foot went off the edge, so I cheated with the other foot. But that's the only other place that leg could go. I needed her to be standing. So Ken says, "Oh, I only saw the American anime version. Never saw the unedited one." I have a feeling that maybe I saw the American version too. The more I think about it, the more I think I probably saw the American version. In the unedited one, the costume showed more skin. Got you. In the manga that I picked up, it shows like tons of skin, like she's practically naked in the book. So I think the manga that I picked up is just a translation of, which those artists, I mean, they translate it perfectly. It's not like they screen capped this is actual them drawing new artwork, but it's them translating the show. Platinum says, "We need some manga Nira-X universe, please. Cherry on top." Actually, that would be a lot of fun. That would be really fun. I think that Cat is going to be drawing, Cat Mouse is going to be drawing some actual manga Nira in the near future. She's working on manga Zen Intergalactic Ninja, and Nira makes appearances in that miniseries. So that's a possibility that she might beat me to it. She might beat me to the punch. Later on, I'll catch up. Kevin says, "You can order a Witchblade." I want a Witch Babe. That's right. You know what's up. Kevin says, "Every Saturday, even during Comic-Con?" Oh, well, you know what? During Comic-Con, it might not be during Comic-Con. I do want to do something during Comic-Con though. There's going to be some kind of live stream of some kind. There's going to be something going on during Comic-Con because I think that would be fun. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be spur of the moment. We shall see how it works out. Chet says he will do a live for San Diego Comic-Con. Yeah, see, you're on the same. We're on the same wavelength. Some person says, "Is Kat coming to the Red Valkyrie auction?" Yeah, she is actually. And the time we're going to be there together. We usually do the Red Valkyrie auction in the 9 o'clock time slot. We're different this time, so we're going to be on the 4 to 7 time slot. And yes, Kat is coming to the auction, so we're both going to be there from 4 to 7 on the Red Valkyrie auction. Kevin says, "Don't forget to pimp the club." I know. Okay, let me pimp the club real quick because it's always good to pimp the club. So let me find my little card. Let me find my little banner thing. Patreon.com/Club Corrupt, and that's where I post all of my artwork like this, or my artwork that actually has nudity and a little bit more exotic stuff. So it is on patreon.com/Club Corrupt. If you see, there's 2 different tiers on the Patreon page. The cheaper tier gives you access to everything. You don't have to get, and it says it on there. I mean, I just want, just in case you don't read it and you just click on it thinking that there's going to be like more access because you're getting the slightly more expensive tier. The cheap tier gives you everything. So just get the cheaper tier. It's totally cool. And I appreciate you guys even hanging out and supporting. So it is all good. So thank you for that. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for reminding me about pimping the club every now and then. I gotta advertise myself. Yeah, let's see. He also says, Kevin says, "That will suck, Chet, as I will be there in the building and wouldn't be able to watch." It's possible that we're going to do a live with Kevin with us. Who knows? Who knows, man? Possibilities are endless now. Yes, it's even a left foot. That's how brave I got, man. Look at that. Look at that jank. In fact, that's probably I gotta draw this rock, and I gotta draw this foot. So that is good. Chet says, I'm sure it will be more walking around the con than a SketchUp. Yeah, this is true. This is true. I don't know if I'm definitely going to be taking video that I will edit later of walking around the show because I'd love to look at like the sideshow collectible stuff. I like to look at, there's tons of stuff that I want to look at. I'm sure I'll edit it all together into a little video, but there might be some live while we're there. There might be some live. Christopher says, will you be adding more original art to the website? Yes, I actually meant to do that already, and I've been a little late, only because it's just been a busy couple of weeks. But if you check my website, starting on Monday, Tuesday, there's going to be more original artwork up on the website starting next week, and there'll probably be some other little odds and ends too. So yeah, definitely. Thanks for asking, man. I do appreciate that. Awesome. Platinum says, yes, Cat Mouse. Big fan of Cat Mouse. That's awesome. That's awesome, man. You are mouse approved. You are mouse house approved, my friend. Christopher says, live stream from the con floor. We're gonna try. We're gonna see how it works. Sometimes the reception from inside the convention center can be a little spotty. So that's why my backup is I'm gonna be taking a bunch of video, and we'll definitely put together some good videos. But we're gonna try. We're gonna try to live stream from the show floor, and we'll probably do it guerrilla style. By that I mean we're just gonna. I don't really have a scheduled time that we're gonna live stream from the floor. I'm supposed to have some scheduled times. That I will be, and Cat Mouse will be with me also, that we're going to be signing and possibly sketching or selling some books and whatnot at 2 different booths at the show this year. One booth is going to be at Committed Comics, and that's going to be in the small press area, and it's going to be table L09. And we're also going to be with First Comics, and that's going to be at booth 2001, A Space Odyssey. So I'm actually very excited. Typically at Comic-Con, I usually am working Artist Alley, and I'm not going to be doing that this year. I wasn't sure till the last minute that we were going to be able to go to the show at all, because I wasn't really sure with our schedule and everything else, life in general. So now that we know that we're going, we're going to have scheduled times, and I'll announce it and I'll post it on my website. Lower left-hand corner of the screen, BillMaus.com. That's my webpage, and I do my best to update that with, and I will be putting on the webpage like what times we're going to be at the booths, and if there's any other updates that we need to put on there. Like I put the update on there that we're delivering and starting to ship out on Club Corrupt. We just barely started. That's what July is going to be about. Is going to be about shipping out Club Corrupt to all of our backers, and then I believe we're completely shipped and fulfilled for Entity Comics Parody Division #1. So that one's completely shipped out and finally completely done, which is awesome. So I'm glad to have that under our belt. Look at it. I got quiet because I got to make sure these toes look good, man. See, I'm concentrating over here. Oh man, it's off the screen. There you go. So let me catch up with you real quick. Chet says, ahem, chibi applying. So I gotta have a chibi Thalia kind of peeking around the corner over here. She's gonna be tiny. She's gonna be over here somewhere. So as soon as I'm done with these toes, we're gonna see about putting Thalia down there, because Tiny is where it's at. Kevin says, Bill, if you are streaming my stuff online, it better be on the X Twitter. No banning you for that. Yeah, this is true. I don't know how many sticky notes I have to put on all of your artwork. So we'll have to see about that. Sai, what's up? Yeah, I'm still live. We have another 15 or 20 minutes left. We're kind of doing a 2-hour show tonight, and we're auctioning off Evil Nira Witchblade. That's our mix. That is our mix for tonight. I'm glad you're here. That's awesome. Kevin says, let's see, I hope Bill stays live for a good long time. Don't all of us? Yes. By force, sigh. Kevin says, Bill's coddling the foot fetish community. Yes. Ken says, Bill, did you get your tickets for Deadpool yet? No, I haven't. I've kind of been keeping my head low here at the studio, just making sure I'm getting my work done. I'm not. When's I can't Google while I'm drawing. So when is the release date for Deadpool? Because I know it's coming up soon, and I know that I want to see it in the theater. So those are two things that I know already. So I gotta figure out when it's coming out. I'm wondering if it's coming out when we're in San Diego or not. Some person says, hello to Cyborg Valkyrie. Cool. I'm glad everybody knows everybody. This is awesome. Kevin says 2 hours is better than 3 hours. That could lead to a marooning on a tropical island. Yes. Back to Gilligan. This is a full circle. Now. Oh, it comes out Friday of Comic-Con. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably wait till I get back. I'm going to wait till I get back from the show. Because honestly, if I see it at all, while we're in San Diego, it's going to be like because we stay for an extra 4 or 5 days at least, because we're going to visit some friends and family while we're out there. So if we see it while we're out there, it's going to be a spur of the moment thing. And since I have to wait till I get back, if I don't see it there, then it'll be a spur of the moment thing when I get back. So no, I don't have my tickets yet because I don't know how things are going to work out. Sai says, Bill, what con are you talking about being at? We're going to be at San Diego Comic-Con. And it's going to be, it's in 3 weeks. Holy smokes. It is right around the corner. Okay, thanks. So 7/26, got you. Sai says, also, Red Valkyrie art auction on July 13th. We were just talking about that. Who was it that just asked me about the Red Valkyrie art auction? We were just talking about that 2 seconds ago, and then you popped in. It's like you knew what was up. So it's on July 13th. Bill and Kat and a bunch of other artists. This is true, and I'll remind everybody that we're not on the typical 9 o'clock time slot that we usually are. We're on the 4 o'clock time slot, so it's 4 to 7. That's when we're going to be hanging out with our friends over at Red Valkyrie and hanging out with you, Sai. That's right. I'm looking forward to it. That's going to be awesome. Ken says, I imagine that a theater in San Diego during Comic-Con would be nuts for crowds. It would be. Yeah, for sure. We've done it before. I think one year it was a group of us. We were tagging along. We went with Frank. We went with Frank Cho. We went to go see Pacific Rim over at Horton Plaza when Horton Plaza was still there, right in the middle of the city. That was fun. Some person, yes, you were the one that was asking. That's right. Just sneakily finding out who's attending. Sai says, San Diego Comic-Con, you suck. You need to go to Baltimore. You know what? I haven't been to Baltimore in it's been a few years now, so I definitely want to start planning more shows starting next year. That's gonna be my plan. That's gonna be my plan. You're drawing in these little toes. Yay, I drew toes. You know what we got to do next? It's time to draw Thalia, the cyber demon. Little Thalia. Little Thalia up to no good. She's scheming. I love the fact that she's tiny. This is going to be awesome. And what's kind of cool is that she still has some of the delta. See, I was going to call it a triangle. Did you hear me? I was going to call it a triangle, but it's a delta on her cheek. She still has where she tried to merge with a Cyber Angel orb. But she still has the little remnants of when she tried to do that on her cheek, the little hunted Cyber Angel. And what's kind of cool is that Thalia also has she has metal gloves that come up to like her shoulder just about. And she has big claws, kind of like the Witchblade. So this is actually like in theme. This is sticking with the theme and everything. I love it. Has a little tatered dress on there. This is cool. You know what? I'm gonna put her shadow wings on there too. Cool. Actually, you know what? I was gonna lower the camera, but you know what I could do? I could raise the piece of paper. There's Thalia back there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's see. Kevin says, but there is no longer any theaters downtown. So if you're going to see it, you'd have to travel a bit. Even there is a theater. There's a theater on street level. I forgot which street that it's on. Is that gone too? Oh my gosh, dude. What's happening to my city? That's awful. Sai says, put one little curly hair on her big toe knuckle. It'll drive the fetishes crazy. No! Ken says, oh, give her a belly button ring. Oh man, but her belly button's like just slightly covered up. Unless like the ring is like coming across the like a top. I don't know if I got enough room. Chet says no. Okay, so it's no. Ken could if he wins, right? Whoever wins it, I'm telling you. Chet's like, Lord. Some person says, Cyber, what about RoboCop Nira? That could be a thing. That could totally be a thing. I love how many things we can actually put Nira into. This is awesome. This is on. Kevin says, I am that Lord. Ken, anything goes for cosplay. That's what I heard somewhere anyway. Yeah, it's been a topic of conversation the last couple of weeks on the old interwebs, hasn't it? Kevin says, all downtown theaters are gone. The land was too valuable. You'd have to go to Fashion Valley or Mission Valley. Oh, man, it's a drive. You have to drive there. Bro. Bill has done a Robo-Babe already, and it's hot. Thanks, Kevin. I did do a lady RoboCop chick. I did do that. But I didn't do Nira as RoboCop. All right, let me put the camera just a little bit closer. Because we're gonna do Thalia. You won't be able to see the drawing at all if I have the camera like way up there. All right, so I'm gonna try not to bump my head up against the camera. Tinophilia. I almost have to like lean funny in the chair. I have to lean over like I got a hunch in my back because I don't want to bump my head on the camera. I got the camera really close to the paper. Make sure we get her bangs in there. She'll be mad if I don't have her bangs. I have to use another pen. These pens are dying glorious deaths. There we go. Had to use a different pen. And now I have to go to a different pen. There we go. All right, we're in business. We're in business, yo. There you go. Gotta turn the paper a little bit. I like seeing them tiny. It makes me happy. All right, let me draw her claw. The claw. Kevin says, no need to drive. The trolley. Oh, the trolley does go all the way to Hazard Center in the valley. Yeah, you could do that. Shit, them trolley ain't got no AC. That's a good point. That's a good point. And we're talking about July, so it's not as humid. It's not humid like it is here, but it's still hot. Let's see. Ken says, so if you say no to the navel piercing, I'm assuming that a nipple ring is out too. Some person says, Tiny Nira gonna stab evil Nira in the Achilles tendon with a toothpick. It's a battle for the ages. Yep. Kevin says, let's see, it's not that bad. When you aren't sandwiched next to hot, sweaty people, like trying to get out of Petco Park. Yeah, that's a rough one. That's a rough one. Not just a nipple ring, but a chain between two pierced nipples. Cool. I'm drawing her little shadow wings back here. Yeah, boy. And I gotta switch pens yet again. There we go. There we go. Cool. Almost got this finished. Almost got this finished. We had a really good run tonight. I really, really like this piece. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, let me set this aside over here. Tinathalia. She's up to some evil shenanigans. All right, let me pull this back just a little bit. Alrighty then. And of course, I'll do the obligatory turning it on her side. let me catch up. I had to scroll up a little bit. As Ken says, like, Kevin out TSOTG'd me. He did. Chet's rolling his eyeballs, man. Oh my gosh. Sai says, no, it needs to be a Y, and I don't mean connecting to the belly button. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Now we're getting creative. Grins evilly. Christopher says, have you drawn the chain to the rings before? I've drawn some little pictures before. Some little things here and there. Kevin says, I like how you think. What Sai said, exactly. Sai says, that might be more Cat speed, though. Cat she runs on that speed. Yeah, she runs on that speed. I kind of go from like shiny happy to like I get to that speed. Cat sort of idles at that speed. I'm a horrible parent. No, she's an adult. You can't tell adults what to do, man. Kevin says another one bites the dust. True about Cat, yeah. Bill is all soft serve vanilla. Sometimes I like road tacos. Sometimes I like something more. pokes at Bill's ego. All right, Kevin is raising the stakes because we got the artwork. It's all finished. This is our piece for the evening. And Kevin is over there raising the stakes to 50. So I got Kevin over here for 50. You're the big man in the house right now. Thank you, Kevin. Pinky toe ring. Damn straight. Some person says, why stop at tiny Nira? Go for extra tiny Nira, then really tiny Nira. The possibilities are endless. LTT is born. LTT, Linus Tech Tips? No. Christopher says, do you prefer the action poses or pinup poses? I like them both so much. It depends on the mood. You know, if I'm in a certain mood, I like just the poses. But sometimes I like action poses too. It's like, I don't know. I'm a 50-50 guy. I know that Christopher is in the room for 55 right now. So you are the big person in the house right now for 55. Ken says, hey, Bill, done his fair share of Rocky Road. No comment. Sai says, my take on this is that she's about to pinch her own ass with the Witchblade glove. It looks like she's kind of rubbing her knuckle, doesn't it? Doesn't it look like she's kind of like I don't know. I don't know if she's being sensual or if she's just thinking. Like she's trying to figure out a math problem. All right, Ken's in the house with 60. Thank you, Ken. You're awesome, dude. I'm writing it down on the side because I don't want to have to scroll all the way back up to find out if I missed something. Kevin says, secretly throttles Chris. All right, Ken's in the house with 60. And we're going to let this go for, because I think we're just about at the 2 hour mark right now. So we're going to let this go for about, let's say like 4 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. And then we're going to do a 10-second countdown. And we'll see who wins the piece for tonight. That'll be awesome. Kevin says, "Arg." I think one finger is tugging at a wedgie. That's a good possibility too. That's a good possibility too. Christopher, the size of the piece is 11 by 17, so it's a standard. It's like the full standard size that a normal comic book page would be at if drawing an original art of just regular comic book pages. So it's 11 by 17. Kenneth says that's why straight on the picture is Mills, but on his side it's suddenly porn. What is her hands up to? Christopher is in the house now with 65. Thank you, Christopher. Awesome. I'll note that on the side. Let's see, we got 4 more minutes. Sai says, anyone see the TNT Witchblade TV show? Yeah, we were kind of talking about that before. She was the right casting. Like that's the one thing I was mentioning is like I was actually really excited for her casting, but the fact that the armor was like kind of like a King Arthur armor is like kind of. I was hoping for the more organic, comic book accurate armor. I think that was the only thing I was really upset with is that they just didn't do the armor the way it is in a comic book. But I was happy with the casting. Chet's in the room with $100. All right, thanks, Chet. Awesome, bro. Chet is the big man in the house right now with 100. We have 2 minutes to go before I do the little countdown. I'm looking at the clock right now. It says 12:03. So 12:05, I'll do the 10-second countdown. Sai says her casting was great. The story was okay, but the effects were garbage. Yeah, 100% agree. That is the complete take of that. Yep, exactly. I was really hoping for more because her casting, like I said, like you said, her casting was great. I wasn't expecting like an end of the world kind of story as far as like storytelling, but the cast, I was really looking forward to seeing her as the Witchblade, and I got to see her wearing a silver glove that was stolen from a castle. Sai says, yeah, more like the comics or Guyver looking. Yeah, if it was at least kind of like looking like the Guyver, that would be in the right direction, right? Like, because the Guyver had that organic looking, like it was more organic looking. It was like organic metal, but weird, like it's alive, Ken says Chet definitely does not want there to be a nipple on this one. Kevin says, damn, I want to upbid this, but ENX is Chet's baby, and I have to save funds for San Diego Comic-Con. Sai says Yancey Butler played a robot cop in her early 20s on Man and Machine. Why? That rings a bell, but I can't remember it. I can't remember what that was. Huh. Now you're gonna have me Googling Yancey Butler tonight. Chet says, Ken, nope. Kev, spend a little. Jeez. Ken says, oh crap, I remember that show. Ken says when she enters the club, she may just have to dress the part to fit in. Thus, there may be more suggestive bits showing. Yeah, there might be some more digital things happening when I post it on the club. So that'll be fun. Sai says I'll DM you. Okay, cool. Okay, awesome. Christopher says Guyver and Shadowhawk artwork would be awesome. Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, because I like Shadowhawk and I like the Guyver. Both of those are cool. All right, let's see. Kevin says, okay, we'll chat when I get my hands on Bill's portfolio. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and do the 10-second countdown. Let me just line up my chat thing. And of course, the 10-second countdown is done through the chat, not through my voice, because I learned, thanks to Sai, that there is a delay. There's a delay between me talking and you actually hearing me and everything else. So it's better to do it Platinum says, does everybody remember Automan? Hell yeah. Automan was one of my shows. It didn't last long at all. But I still want to make right turns like Automan. All right, 9, 8, 7. Oop, there we go. It's letting me type. It's going slow. There's always, like I said, there's always that weird delay. 7, 6, 5. It's going so slow. I'm not going this slow on purpose. It's just how fast it's typing and posting. 3. I'm the Count from Sesame Street. 2. 1. Awesome. Also, Chet, the piece is all yours, my friend. Thank you, dude. Thank you so much for bidding on the artwork. And yeah, let's get back to our Street Hawk and Automan was awesome conversation, because we can wrap up the thing on that. Please, everybody, congratulate Chet. Chet has been supporting our studio, and he's a very important part of what we got going on over here. Thanks, dude. Little Thalia thanks you. Little Thalia in person. Definitely. Congratulations. Awesome. Chet says Automan was like Tron. It was like a Tron kind of show. Yeah, it reeked. It did. It reeked of Tron. It was so, like, the way the car showed up, the way that his suit was done up. Like, the thing I remember the most, and Christopher is also saying congratulations, Chet. The thing I remember the most is that the car always made 90-degree turns. So it would always throw the other guy up against the window. Sai is remembering Silverhawks, Bionic 6, Thundercats. Yes, that was all part of my lineup. Yes. Some person, Bill has coffee money, now he can stay awake longer. Yes, I will. Chet is saying, "Oh, then I watched that show then." Yeah, it looked just like Tron. It was kind of cool because he would form his car and his he had a helicopter too, right? He had another vehicle. And his little cursor, the cursor would actually form the vehicles, kind of like the way Tron formed the bikes. Oh, Sai's saying he even had a cursor, like a little floating bit, when Flynn drove the busted up ship. Yep. Automan. Platinum says he's most famous for Heather Locklear. Oh, the Heather Locklear poster in the opening credits. Was that poster the one with her in the pink bikini? Because that is the one I had. Yep. And they all glowed. Yep. Some person says there was Manimal. Yep, the guy that shapeshifted to solve crimes and was a low-budget Bruce Wayne. Yeah, I remember Manimal. I didn't really watch Manimal, but I remember that it was on. I remember that. Christopher is saying this, like, I wasn't into these shows, sadly. Oh, man, these shows were great. I mean, if you watch them now, they're really cringy. They're really cheesy. I've tried to sit through episodes of Knight Rider, and it's like, wow, it's really, really cheesy. Yeah, I didn't really watch Manimal either. Kevin says that makes me think of the Fall Guy. How can you forget about the Fall Guy? Yeah. That was Heather Locklear's show right there. No, not Heather Locklear. Heather Thomas. What are we talking about? The pink bikini. That was Heather Thomas, right? That was Heather Thomas. That wasn't Heather Locklear. I was too sci-fi for that. Yeah, the Fall Guy was great. Yeah, Lee Majors is a national treasure. He's a $6 million man, dude. It's like he was already like one of my childhood heroes. So for him to come back later as the Fall Guy, and the show was always sandwiched in between two other shows that I watched, so that was perfect. You know, it was always sandwiched in between like A-Team and Knight Rider or something like that. Platinum says you actually have to be in the older than diet club to know some of these shows. You're right. You're right. I'm dating myself a little bit. The older than dirt. Okay, I got you. I was hoping that diet was a thing, but you're right. A little bit older than dirt. I still keep up with the here and now. You know what I'm saying? Sai says I have all of $6 Million Man and Bionic Woman, and the movies and the remake Bionic Woman. You know what? I have the CD, but before I started downloading things on iTunes or Apple TV or whatever, is I have a regular DVD of the remake of the Bionic Woman, and then there was another one too. There was one that they did like a remake with like a younger chick. She had black hair. She had like it guest starred Katie Sackhoff, Starbuck from Battlestar Galactica. Chet says we're all showing our age right now. It was all good stuff, though. It was all such good stuff. Airwolf. You know, Airwolf does not hold water to my adult brain, but I loved it when I was younger. Christopher says my shows were Real Ghostbusters, yes. TNMT, yes. Fraggle Rock, Heathcliff, Dino Riders, and Dino Saucers. Yeah, you know, I was watching half of those too. I was watching Heathcliff. I was watching the Turtles, and Real Ghostbusters were awesome. I love that show. That was a great show. Okay, that's cool. I make sure I'm thinking about the right Bionic Woman. Thanks, Si. Yep, Starbuck. Yeah, I thought that show was cool. As far as somebody rebooting something, and in the year that it came out, I thought they did a really good job with that one. Kevin says, "Dance your cares away, worry for another day." Si says she was my favorite character on the remake. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Airwolf, yep. It was the Blue Thunder knockoff. Blue Thunder was the more serious theatrical version of a cool ass helicopter. Sai says Sarah Corvus by Sadie Sackhoff. The first, she was the first model of the Bionic Woman. Yep, who was a soldier and had all 4 limbs replaced. That's right. That was the tension between those two characters, is that she was the first one. Yep, I remember that now. Yep, I really liked that show. I thought it was cool. Ken says that other Ghostbusters show was garbage. I don't know that I watched that one. I don't know that I saw any. I saw the Real Ghostbusters, like the very first one, the first animated Ghostbusters that came out. But I don't think I saw the other one. The other one had an ape? No, I didn't see that one. I think I would have remembered the ape. Kevin says my heart will always be with Simon and Simon. Hell yeah! I remember Simon and Simon was part of a different clique of shows that I watched. So you guys, well, Simon and Simon was cool because they had that big ass helicopter, and they also had that. Remember, he made a robot or something. Remember, he had like a big robot. But Simon and Simon was part of a group of shows that I watched, like Magnum PI and like stuff like that, right? So it's like a different class of show, right? Like it wasn't like the sci-fi superhero-y kind of stuff. Roy Schneider with a super helicopter, followed by Roy Schneider with a super submarine in Sequest. That's right. They like sticking with their guys. You know what? I'm not laughing at the show either, because I totally watched Sequest when it was out. I totally watched all those shows. Yep. Magnum PI for sure. Oh my God, Magnum. It was my fantasy to like live on, like I get to drive the car, I get to stay in the estate. Oh, dude, that's right. That's Riptide. Oh my God, how did I mix up the two? Simon and Simon was just like it was just like Magnum PI. It was just the two brothers. Yeah. Simon and Simon was just the two brothers, and they're private investigators, right? That was the whole shtick. Sometimes I get stuck on YouTube because somebody puts a compilation of like all the theme songs from all those shows, like all together. Like they'll do like an '80s, they'll do like a '90s, and they'll do like a big collection. Ken says Roy Schneider didn't do the Blue Thunder show though. He was in the movie. Missed opportunities. Yeah, Platinum is right. Simon and Simon was too realistic. You know, in 80s TV realism. Kevin says, don't forget about Roy Schneider with super explosives in Warlock. I don't know that I watched Warlock. I think I missed out on Warlock. Oh, man. I don't think I watched Warlock. It's like, I know the title. I can't think of it. Unless my brain is just fried. Simon and Simon filmed in San Diego, along with Renegade, I believe. Yeah, I think so. What was that show? I didn't watch this show. There was a show in the '90s that they filmed in San Diego. They filmed in Balboa Park, and there was part of the park where the bird aviary thing is at, and they would film it there like that was police headquarters. It was the oddest thing. Willow. Okay, yeah. Okay, now we're talking. Yep, Willow. Yep. A-Team, absolutely. Yep. Some person says there were Adult Swim cartoons, Space Ghost Coast to Coast, Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Yeah. Sometimes if I can run across episodes of that, I'll still sit down and watch it because those were funny. Those were a good time. The fact that they reinvented those characters for those little clicks, it was so great. Platinum says, "How about Battle Beyond the Stars? Johnson in space." You know what? I kind of remember that. I didn't watch a lot of it, but I remember when it was out. Warlock, Roy Schneider was in Latin America, and he and others were hired to drive trucks of leaky nitroglycerin hundreds of miles because it was needed for a huge oil for a huge oil fire. The word oil kind of threw me off. I think it was oil. That's quite the premise for a show. Let's see, correction. The movie I was thinking of is Sorcerer. I remember that title, but I don't remember watching it. I remember watching, what was Wizards and Warriors? Do you guys remember that? Wizards and Warriors, dude. I don't think that show lasted more than a week, but I loved it while it was on, and I think I wouldn't be able to stand through an episode of it now. I think it's way too cheesy, but the theme song, I love the theme song. Hey, Jean Boy. Yep. Yeah, Warlock was Julia Sands, right? I believe, yes. And Sorcerer, Roy Schneider, Nitro movie. Warlock was Julian Sands as a cheesy black magic dude from hundreds of years ago. Christopher says, I saw the new Quiet Place Day 1 movie today. It was good. I was wondering about that movie. I think I might have to see that one too. I think that one's on my list. That's on my summer list also. I think that's going to be. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that it was good. It looks like it's got the right kind of scary jump scare kind of elements that I like. I think that'll be fun. Platinum, that Wizards and Warriors, the swords sparked so much. I know, it's like their swords had gunpowder inside of them or something. But yeah, I used to love it. I used to love that show. Oh my god. I tried to. Somebody uploaded an episode of it to YouTube, and I tried to sit through it, and it's like I sat through like 10 seconds of it for nostalgia's sake, and I couldn't watch the rest of it. It was too cheesy. But the theme song I still absolutely love. Sai says, okay, I'm very old. I'm a very old 29 years old, so I'm going to bed. All right. Good night, Sai. Good night. I'm glad you were hanging out with us. I had a good time, man. I had a good time. This is awesome. And we're going to be hanging out on the Red Valkyrie art auction together on July 13th. I got the date right. Make sure, because I'm not looking at my calendar right now. It's going to be July 13th, and we're going to be on the 4 to 7 block. And there's going to be lots of other artists there. I don't know how many, Sai, before you go, how many different blocks do you have actually doing the auction? Some person says there was an actual Conan the Librarian for PBS. Good chatting. Congrats again to Chet, and have a great night, all. Have a good night, Sai. Have a good night. Just in case you didn't hear what I said before and you watch this later, have a good night. Yeah, awesome. The Weird Al thing from UHF. I liked UHF. Yeah, UHF was funny. Platinum says John Boy from the Waltons was keyed in Battle Beyond the Stars. I didn't watch that movie though. I missed it. Some person said no. Someone made an educational cartoon of it. Oh my god, that's funny. Oh, thanks for posting that, Sai. So I got it up on the screen, so that way anybody needs to, they can pause it right there. Yeah, have a good night, Sai. Thanks for hanging out with us. I'll see you again soon. We'll be talking. Kevin says, wasn't Conan the Librarian from UHF? I thought it was, but I've seen Conan the Librarian like in other things too, like a Mad Magazine parody. I've seen Conan the Librarian done by a few different people in a few different media here and there. You're awesome, Sai. Platinum says the lead. Or is it the lead? Man. Well, you know what, Sai? You're inspiring me to go to sleep. So, but man, I had such a good time. This is such a good time hanging out with you guys and talking about cool 80s stuff. Let me see. Sai is saying Shay and I might stream tomorrow on our gameplay channel. I have a second monitor on order, but we both have to play. We both have Payday 2 and Borderlands 1 through 3 on Steam right now. That sounds like fun. I might drop in and say hello. That'd be fun, because I don't think I've dropped in on one of your streams where you're playing games. I think that might be pretty fun. I'll try and carve out some time. Some person says it's both. One may have begetted the other, but who started it? I don't know. That's cool. The gaming streams, yeah. Sai says we haven't had any gaming streams yet, except tabletop RPG ones. Yeah, I definitely want to see how the game streams go. The only other channel that I watch for game streams, but they're like pre-recorded ones, they're not live ones that people can like jump in and comment or anything like that. I usually watch Game Grumps, and that's thanks to Kat, because Kat is playing Game Grumps like 24/7, so I get to listen to a lot of Game Grumps. So we're trying to get the kinks worked out. It's a lot of setup when you have two people. Yeah, that's something I noticed too. That doing a game playthrough and being able to, especially live, there's a lot of bells and whistles. There's a lot of buttons you got to push, a lot of chords you got to connect. It's a lot easier. It's a lot harder than just jumping on StreamYard and just making sure I have headphones on. So okay, I'll try and hop in and see how you guys do. But as for everybody else, good night. Good night. Get out of here. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to take a nap. I've got to put Chet's artwork away, so that way it's nice and safe. First, I have to see this first though. Let me see. Like OBS. Oh my gosh, 2 different OBS: Streamlabs, Discord video calls, virtual audio devices, so the audio is right and gets picked up by OBS, but voices aren't duplicated. And oh my gosh, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to do game stuff myself. I'm only going to be able. I'll do it if I could jump on with you guys. That's about it. Kevin says sweet dreams. Kevin also says the stream is over. Go home. Some person says found it. Let's see. It was a segment on reading Rainbow in 1986. Look up Conan the Librarian animated. Okay, I'm glad that you got that in under the wire before we shut down for tonight. That's good. Thanks, some person. Because I'm going to look that up later. That's too funny. I have to find out. Sai says if you do it solo, it's gotta be. But yeah, like you said, having a second person. That's the thing, you want to do it as a group. You want to do it as the two of you together. That's what makes it fun in the first place. So okay. Well, you've got the cybernetic knowledge. I know that you've got that thing on lockdown. You've got I've still got the banner playing. Okay. The banner is all out. Yeah, I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, I'll try to make some time. I'm going to try to remember tomorrow to jump on the computer and see where you guys are at, see what time you guys are going to be doing the thing. I can't get Shay to play MMOs though. She's addicted to these. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to grab something to eat, and I've got some more multitasking to do. And yeah, thanks so much for hanging out with everybody, for hanging out with me while I'm doing my crazy drawings, clicking the X. Oh, I definitely will. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you guys soon. All right, everybody. We're going to go ahead and call it an evening, and thanks so much. You guys are awesome. We're going to be here again next Saturday, unless something pops up that I don't know about. And other than that, everything is all good in the hood. We'll see you next Saturday, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And everybody have a good weekend. Enjoy. 4th of July is going to pop up in just a couple of days. Everybody have a good time. And I'll talk to you guys soon. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night, Seattle.